And it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Congressman for this district, Lee Zeldin.
Well, I don't know how to outdo Steve, although I do see there's a bag of pepperoni. So, but I didn't pre-approve that, so I'll just leave that there. I think it's so cool for us to be here to welcome Sully home. And I think that, as Tyler came up here with Trooper, Trooper was trying to get around here, I think, to get maybe Sully's autograph. Because everyone understands the magnitude of Sully's service. But we're also gathered here to talk about the service that is still ahead. The service that's still ahead for Sully, still ahead for Trooper, for America's VetDogs. I've known John Miller for a long time. And it's so great to see that John Miller's at the helm here. I remember when Superstorm Sandy hit. And if you were going around to all the different high schools and all the different locations where people were being evacuated to, you would see John Miller and his crew from the Red Cross everywhere. Over the course of the last few years as a member of Congress, I would see John all over the halls of D.C. advocating for children and adults with Tourette's. Comes as no shock that John would be here now at the helm of a great organization. And to his entire staff, to the entire board, for all the supporters of America's VetDogs, thank you. For everyone who's watching at home, trying to figure out how to give back. Because we're always looking for that motivation and inspiration in life. We want to be able to leave this world better than we found it. We know that while we're here, there are men and women who are overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan and elsewhere. Some might be there on their 10th deployment. For many reasons, we're motivated and inspired. We get to live in the greatest nation in the entire world, and we want to do something about it. And this is an organization that if Forbes came out with a top 3 list, I would be nominating America's VetDogs. Now, for all of us, and Steve mentioned this when he gets home, and he gets asked about what he did today, for all of us, for those in the media, when you go back and the team's wondering what you're up to today, this is an assignment that I think would make everybody else jealous for even I was talking to one member of my team, and he said of all of the events that we've gone to through the years, this is the one that my wife told me that she was most jealous that she couldn't be at. And Sully is America's most famous, beloved dog. It happened overnight. But what's really most important is to talk about the mission that's ahead. And at Walter Reed, I've been there many times, it's filled with men and women who have suffered so much. You'll meet a double amputee or triple amputee. Some of you may know Chris Levy. He's a triple amputee from Suffolk County who spent a lot of time at Walter Reed. And no matter how bad we might have it in life, this is something that we often remind ourselves of, that someone else has it worse or it's more challenging for them. I'll tell you that the spirits of those in Walter Reed, the halls, the rooms are filled with men and women who are not resentful, they're not upset that they serve, there's no regret, they're filled with a tremendous amount of pride. But I will say that there are also some who are having an extremely difficult time. So for the mission that's still ahead for Sully and for America's VetDogs and for Trooper, there's so much more work still ahead, more inspiration to be found in naming future sponsored dogs here, more support for those who are watching at home to give, and to Sully for the mission that is still ahead. Not only thank you for your service in the past, but thank you still for what is in front of you. And thank you all for being here to give attention to an amazing organization, America's VetDogs.